Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I'm Jesse, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing a beer that I have never had before, from Magic Hat, one of my favorite breweries. I've had tons of beers from them, but never this one. This is their Circus Boy Heffeweizen. Now, I have never had this beer. I'm excited to try it. Magic Hat has blown my mind many times before. They do a lot of really good stuff. It says on the front, 3/4 of a pint of beer brewed with lemongrass. Magic Hat Brewing Company. Alright. So, yeah, again, Circus Boy. I don't know why they call it Circus Boy, but I gotta say I like the name. Let's look at the numbers on this beer. Beer Advocate gives it a 78, which is just okay, and that's with 1,281 ratings. Rate Beer gives it a 26 overall, with a 29 for the style, so those numbers are kind of low, and the Bros give it an 88, which is very good. So, varying numbers on this beer. Honestly, just those numbers, they don't really give me any idea what I'm going to rate it. I mean, a lot of times if I see a beer that has all low ratings, I'll think it's probably not that great of a beer. But these numbers are kind of all over the place. So I might like it, I might not. I'm not sure. Anyway, it has an ABV of 4.5%, a year-round availability, and the style is an American pale wheat or a Heffeweizen. You know, it's an American-style Heffeweizen. Heffeweizen is a German-style beer, and we all know it's a wheat beer. It's not my favorite style, but I have to say, and I've mentioned this in a lot of other reviews, they're growing on me. I've had a lot of really good ones, and I'm hoping that this is going to help contribute to, you know, me liking wheat beers more. So, anyway, let's read this quick description from Beer Advocate. It says, unfiltered and unfettered, Circus Boy is a unique and refreshing American-style Heffeweizen. Is he a who or a what? Perhaps some of both. Be amazed by the flavorful haze of this wonderful wheat beer. This beer has 15 IBUs, and as I mentioned from on the front of the bottle, it is brewed with lemongrass. Also, I've mentioned in all the other reviews I've done in Magic Hat beers, but just in case you don't know, Magic Hat is the Magic Hat Brewing Company out of South Burlington, Vermont. So, let's go on ahead and get this cracked open. Unfiltered and unfettered. It says it right there on the right on the bottle too, which is cool. So let's go ahead and get this poured. Now, again, this isn't my favorite style, but I have to say it's quickly becoming one of my favorite styles. I normally like much darker beers, but I'm really liking these wheat beers. I love the Belgian styles. I love the German styles. Get the last little bit in there. Oh, and it clouds up immediately. I love that too. That sediment on the bottom, you get it stirred up and you pour it in there, and it just, oh man, it just clouds it up immediately. Alright, let's get an appearance on this. It is a pale straw color, very hazy. This isn't even kind of translucent. I mean, this is, I can see shadow through it. I can see the shadow of my hand through it. But this is very, very hazy, very cloudy. Not really picking up anything through it. It's a pale straw color. And honestly, I can see bubbles at the bottom. I do not see one. Oh, no. I take it back. I'm seeing a few now from the bottom. I'm seeing a few bubbles streaming up, but extremely low carbonation on this. I'm not seeing a lot of bubbles streaming up. It has about a half a finger of extremely white head. Looks pretty frothy though. Those are very, very big bubbles for a wheat beer. Me, I'm seeing the a little more bubbles streaming up now because I kind of tilt it. I'm seeing a few more. I don't know if you can see. It's hard to see there. My camera kind of sucks, but I mean, you know, I'm seeing more bubbles streaming up now. The head is kind of dissipating rather quickly. But yeah, let's get a nose on this. Okay, right up front, it's yeasty. It's bready. The malts are bready. picking up on a little bit of spiciness, pepper, maybe some sage, maybe a little coriander. Definitely smelling the citrusiness, the lemongrass, like a really, I can definitely smell the lemongrass. It's very, very citrusy. Smells very floral. Kind of a light fruitiness there. Maybe some ginger. Almost smells like a spicy ginger. Smells good. I'm not picking up on any hop character there, but it smells pretty good. The aroma definitely smells balanced. So let's go ahead and jump into this. It's actually, excuse me, a little more watery on the mouthfeel than I expected. Kind of bland up front. Towards the back, I am tasting, like, middle of the palate, I'm definitely getting that kind of the spicy note, pepper, the ginger. I'm definitely getting a little bit of that lemon, the lemongrass kind of citrusiness, and then the whole back end is just the malt. It tastes a little unbalanced, but just slightly. And that's only because it just tastes kind of bland up front. I'm not getting, normally I would expect that kind of spiciness and a little bit of ginger and the pepper and stuff. I'd expect that to be on, like, right at the front end, kind of zing me, and then it would kind of roll over into the malts. The front of this beer is watery and bland. It has a watery mouthfeel, but the taste at the front is watery. And then you get hit with the spices, middle of the palate, and then you taste the bready malts. And this is 15 IBUs. I wouldn't even think it was that many. This is not even a little bitter. This is, this is, honestly, I love Magic Hat, I do, but this is kind of a bland beer. I was expecting it to be a little more flavorful than this. I'm definitely tasting that citrusiness, and that's probably the standout flavor, kind of middle of the palate. There's a spiciness there, and then I'm tasting that citrusy, the lemongrass, maybe it almost tastes like lemon zest. I'm definitely tasting that, but the blandness at the front of the palate, it's watery, it's almost like there's almost no flavor, and then the kind of bready malts at the back of the palate, they're not really balanced well with each other. The blandness is down here, the breadiness is kind of a little higher, and then you get that spike in the middle with the spiciness, but it's not really a standout beer. There's nothing amazing about it. A terrible beer? No. A great beer? No. This is a pretty good beer. Kind of right in the middle. I'm going to give this beer a 7 out of 10. This is not an amazing beer. This is just an okay beer. I've had a lot of Heffeweizens. I've had a lot of wheat beers that are more flavorful than this, that are more complex than this. Even some that are on the same level of simplicity, but are just so much better done. And I am kind of disappointed because Magic Hat is, they're, again, one of my favorite breweries. They do so many beers that are really great that I love, but this honestly just isn't one of them. This is kind of a bland beer. If you see it, pick it up. Circus Boy, Magic Hat's Heffeweizen. Pick it up if you see it. It's a good beer, but there's nothing amazing about it. I forgot. Let's read what it says on the cap. It just says, "Did you vote?" I love their caps because, like the Snapple tea and stuff, if you read under the caps, it always gives you a fact. I love Magic Hat. It's never a fact or anything. It just always says something crazy to make you think. So I like that. Did you vote? But anyway, thanks for watching. Again, I give Circus Boy, Magic Hat's Heffeweizen a 7 out of 10. If you see it, pick it up though. It's a good beer. It's not amazing. It's not terrible. It's right in the middle. So 7 out of 10, which is a C, which is average, which is what this beer is. So thank you for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Close.